Okay. Excuse me.
So I'm trying to set up my recorded live streaming. So just a few minutes, I'll start the class now.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, before we start, I would like you to tell me what you learned last class. So just a recap of what you learned on our previous class.
Okay. Our previous class was we started with Numpy. Give me a second.
Hello.
Hello, yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I'm trying to
You give,
hold.
I say you give me brief summary of what you learned. Brief summary of what you learned.
Yeah. I said our previous class we started with Numpy. So we did
Okay.
introduction. First of all, we did introduction about the Google Colab. From there, we learned how to import the library, like the Numpy library. Then
Okay.
we did some examples. Then from there, we try to create two-dimensional array. At first, we created the first one. Then the second, we did the two-dimensional array. Then
Okay.
also, then we did some example. Then we learn how to create non-fill with zeros, like how to fill the bracket with zeros. Then we did the same one with ones.
Okay.
Then then we did creating range of even numbers, where we talk about the start, stop, and the step. The start, for example, where the if we are going to start from 0, then we stop at 100. Then the step will be like the range of numbers, like the range of values. Like if it's 2, that will be the step. So we did that one. Then we did auto generating numbers. Then we learn how to create random integers value with low, high, and size.
Okay, good. It seems it shows that you learned something very well on our previous class. Today we are going to continue with NumPy, and we are going to see it in different areas. And today we are going to talk about two-dimensional array and how we ought to generate it. Okay, so
Okay.
let's see how we can work on it. So let me share my screen, okay, to my Google Colab. Okay.
Okay.
So hope you are seeing my screen.
Yeah.
So okay, and this is what we okay. This is what we learned last class, right? This is
Yes.
what we okay. Now let's continue. We are going to continue on our last class, and today we are going to give an example of a two-dimensional array and how we ought to generate a random code. So, no, this is not the code, okay? So let me share. This is not the notebook. This is the notebook I've been working with, okay?
Okay.
So, okay, let me open it. Let me open my notebook. Find out that this is not okay. This is the code, the notebook, the advanced Python, because we are working on the advanced Python. So it's loading. Okay, yeah, this is the notebook. Okay, this is where we stop, and I'm going to connect my notebook. Going to connect it now. So it's connecting. So let's wait for a few minutes. So it's connecting. So it has connected. Okay. Now I'm going to open a new tab. So I'm going to declare an example of a 2D array. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now this is our title example of two-dimensional array with auto-generated numbers. So I'm going to declare a variable called my 2D array, my underscore 2D underscore array array. So so I'm going to say np. First of all, I should run my library because if I did not run my library, my program will not work. So I have to run my library. So now I've run it, and I'm going to say np random dot random again, and since it's 2D, we are going to pass in and from the range of 0 to 10, and another um, list list of numbers, and this list of number, uh, this is the part where we create a dimension. Which dimension we need? This is our range of numbers, and this part is the dimension I want to create it. So I want to say it should create a two row and three column. So this is where I specify my rows and column. So I will say 2, comma 3. When I run it and I print my results. So let's wait, I'm coming. So I'm getting an error. Why? Because I did not put my comma to separate it. So this is why I was having my errors. So I want to run it now for to see. I'm coming, it's still running. So I want to run it now. Oh, sorry. I use random. I'm supposed to use the random int. You know, we are working with integer. So it's
Okay.
random int. Okay. So now it has run. Let me call my variable. So I'm going to call it here. When I call it, you see it created a two-dimensional array for it pick a number from 0 to 10. Did you see it?
Yes.
So this is how you can create a dimensional array, two-dimensional array using a random generated number. So we are going to see, okay, we are going to see how we can get a maximum value of all the values in this array. Now, for us to get the maximum, we use a method called .maxi. .max it will pick the maximum number inside this array. Inside here, it will pick the maximum number. So for us to do it, so I have to copy this variable name and create a new tab and paste it. I will use .max. Okay, .max give you the maximum number. So when I run it, it gave me the maximum number as 9. Did you see it?
Okay.
Okay, so it gave me it as 9. Okay, so let me try to print it using the print format so that I will see everything clearly. Okay, did you see it? Did you see it
Yes.
gave us 9? So when I printed it out without the print, it gave me the int, the bits, and the number, the maximum number. So I use the print for to give me the original output I desire. It should not include all those things that is not necessary to me. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm going to check for also the maximum. Okay, a maximum value and with a column. Okay, I'm going to create a maximum value of a value in a column. Like I'm going to pick every maximum value in a column. Okay, so watch me to see what I will do. I will okay, let me give you an example of it. Now I'm going to paste it and say dot maxi, then I will say axis equal to 0. I hope in your Python programming they talk to you about axis.
Can you refresh it? Like, can you go over it, please?
Okay, when they say axis, okay,
Mhm.
okay. Now can you share your screen?
I won't be able to share it properly except I have to be videoing it from my phone going on
Okay,
this.
okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, so
Okay.
let me share my screen and explain better for you. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to share my screen now to Google, and you are going to read for me and also tell me what you understand by it. Okay.
Okay.
After sharing my screen, and so what did you see?
So they saying here axis 0 represents rows and axis 1 represents columns. So now it's clear that
Okay.
the series and data frame share the same direction for axis 0. Uh, okay. Like this, for example, this like the x and y, like in a graph, right? One represents X, one
Yes.
represents Y.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, good. Good. Now we want to create a maximum number, and I want you to create it in a column. Okay? I want
Okay.
you to create it in a column. Like give me all the generated maximum number in a column, not in a row. Okay? So let
Okay.
me share my screen back. Okay?
Okay.
So I've started sharing my screen now back to my Google Colab, and we are going to see the ASICs, and and also let's see it. Let's see how it was. So I'm running it now. Did you see it has already picked the maximum numbers for me in a column?
Okay. So in the column, so this is going to say the maximum numbers in the column. That's what the
Yes,
axis should
look
pick
at
up.
it here. It's yes, it will pick the maximum number in the first row, and it will pick the maximum number from the second row. Then create a column for it.
Okay.
Did you understand? Okay, now
Yes. Yes.
let me change it to one, axis of one. Did you see axis of one is the roll? Did you see it?
Yes. This is a four nine
Okay.
zero nine nine.
When I say zero, it will pick from both. So I think this is clear to you. So we are going to see, and you are going to see more of this when you are working with a project or any other. So now, let's see how we can perform the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So we are going to see how we can work on it. Okay.
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 Okay. So
So I'm coming now. Let me create a new text. Then I'm going to write it as a performing simple addition, subtraction, and multiplication, addition, and division. So this is our title, and we are going to do it like this. We are going to create a we are going to create a variable. We are going to name it as a, and we are going to say empty dot array, then bracket, and we are going to pass in our values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to run it. I'm going to create a new tab. Now we have declared this, and this array as A, I'm going to like use a plus A plus 10. Automatically everything inside will be added. Do you understand?
A plus 10, everything, like everything will be added to the 10.
Yes. Everything like 1 will be plus to 10, 2 will be plus to 10, 3 will be plus to 10, and it will produce the answer. Okay? And
Okay.
let's see. I will say A plus and 10. When I run it, you see it. Did you see all of them has been added?
Yes.
And how okay, I want you to, and you say you cannot share your screen. I wanted you to share your screen with me, but so that we can
I'm,
work
I'm trying
together.
to fix the app. Hopefully by tomorrow, our next class, it will be ready.
Okay, try to make it so that let this class be interactive, and also you gain more insight on practical purpose. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so now, and I don't want you to all forget what I've taught you. Always, always practice and also do your research. And also, I want to let you know that I will not teach you everything. It's less for you to put it in practice. Do you
Sure.
understand?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, yeah, in CM Tech, we are here to teach you what you need to know to advance your knowledge in future. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see some other example using the subtraction method. Okay. Now I'm going to copy it and I'm going to add a new tab. I'm going to paste it. Then I'm going to say minus. Did you see it has already minus it from everything? Hello?
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting you. So, like, sorry, sorry. For Python, if you want to do addition, like the plus have to be out of the equals to sign, right? So for this one, you just put it like a plus 10, then it will give you the answer, right? Directly. You don't need to put it a
Did you?
equals.
No, it's just that I created a variable called a. Did you see it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. Remember, what is a variable? A variable is a memory location, or is a memory location, or is a memory which holds data, right?
Yes.
Now, automatically, with the name of the variable, I can perform an addition to every number or digit inside the variable.
Okay. I
Okay,
got it now. I got it.
so now we are going to look for the division method. Okay, look at the division and let's see if we can see for modulus. So, do you know what's modulus?
Yes.
Okay, now this is for modulus, and I believe you have insight on this. Now I'm going to show you for the multiplication. Okay, this is for the multiplication. Now we are going to create, okay, we are going to look how we can perform the square roots and the square trigonometries and the signs of positive and negative. Okay,
Okay.
so let me give it a title. So I have to give it a title now. I'm going to say square root, comma, square root, and trigonometry. So I believe you know what is trigonometry.
Yeah.
So this is an advanced class and you need more concentration. And in case you did not understand any thing or any statement I made, you can draw my attention so we can solve the problem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now, since we have already declared our variable here, I will be using this variable called a to perform all this. Okay. Now I'm going to say np dot. There is a method called square. There's a method called sqrt called the square roots, and there's a method called sine and cosine, tan, sine. Okay. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to use the square roots, the square, and I'm going to pass a. You know, we have already assigned our variable a here. This is our variable. Our variable. I'm coming. Okay. This is our variable a. So I'm working with the variable a. So I want to run it now. Did you see every number in here has been squared? Every number has been squared. And this is the square root of 1, square root of 2, and 3, 4, like that. So I can also perform the square root. Now I want to perform the square roots. I'll use np dot sqrt. It's a method. I'm going to pass in a. I'm going to run it. This is the square root of each number. Okay. So I'm going to look for the square, the sign, sign. This is for sign, and I'm going to look for cosine, cos. This is for cos. So I'm going to look for tan. I believe all these are in your calculator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this for tan, cos, and I'm going to look for sine, and this is for sine. So I believe you understand it. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
So
I'm here.
we are going to. This is a mathematical operation two. Operation one. One, and we have done the one and two. I'm going to look. I'm going to operation three, mathematical operation three, where we can add using the addition method, the subtraction method, the multiplication method, the divide method, and dot method. Okay, these are methods in NumPy. Remember, NumPy is numerical Python.
Yeah.
Everything we are dealing on is mathematics. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
and the purpose of this is to perform calculation when you are analyzing data, and most times you are going to work with data, right?
Yes.
Good. So now we are going to see the addition. I'm going to, okay, let me name it operation, mathematical operation 3, operation 3. Let me cut it. And I'm going to name here, okay, okay, this is mathematical operation 2 and 1, and I'm going to name here 2. Okay, so
Okay.
we are in theory. Now we are going to perform arithmetical on multiplication array and dot. I'm going to create an example. I will declare a variable called a. I love using a to declare variable. Okay, don't mind me.
It's okay.
Okay, a mp dot array. Then on square bracket, we're going to pass in the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now we are going to create a new variable. Okay, let me create a new variable called b, and I'm going to pass in mp dot array. Going to say 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, I'm going to start from 8 so that I will not be, we are not going to be confused. Okay, now, so please count the digits. The first digit is how many? 1, 2, 3,
That's
five,
seven.
6. Okay, this last one is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big 6, right?
Mm.
Yes, so we have to make it same digit, okay? We have to make the first and second same digit, okay? And now we are going to create a new tab, and we are going to call MP, and then we are going to call the addition method, which is add. add and bracket, and I'm going to add A and B. Now, when I run it, it will produce an error. And tell me why. Why did it produce an error?
I think
Can you tell?
the B will have more numbers than the A. B will have like six numbers. Or B is not
The B.
defined.
Okay, okay. Why is that? Why it gave me an error? It said B is not defined. When you talk about define, now we are talking about errors now because
Mm,
I just want to introduce you to how to debug your errors. And when you are working with large code, definitely you will come up with errors. And there are different type of errors. We have the runtime error, semantic error, syntax error, and all. So now this error here is name error, and he identified that B is not defined. B is not defined. Okay. Now, why it told us B is not defined? I've not run the program. The system do not recognize anything like A and B because it has
mm,
not been run. Do you understand?
okay.
So I have to run the first tab to make sure it shows good. The- So when I run it now, it will recognize it because it has been run and the system has recognized it. So now let me run it now. This, do you see I've performed the addiction and it runs.
Okay.
So this is it, and I believe I believe this is okay to you and you are not finding it difficult.
No, no.
So in case you find it difficult, you just have to relax and make sure you go through it again. And we have the recorded video, you can go it over. It's a lifetime recorded video. It's there and it's there. It's not, they will not drop it down for us. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to copy it and perform the subtraction. When I subtract it, this is the subtraction method, and I'm going to use the multiplication method, use the multiply, and also I'm going to use the division, the divide method, and I'm going to use the dot method. So this is it, and so do you have any question?
No, not any for now.
Not any.
No, no.
Now, okay, have you had a bad comparison before?
Comparison, yeah.
What do you understand by the statement comparison?
Like trying to figure the difference between two things.
Okay. Now we are going to compare array comparison. Okay. I'm going to name it array comparison. Now this is an array comparison. I told you I'm going to use our a variables. I'm going to copy this so that I don't like disturbing or writing a new code. Okay, now I'm going to run it. Then I'm going to, okay, now this is where the comparison comes in. Now I'm going to say a equal uh, equal. Do you know that when you use one equal, is assigning a variable, and when you use two, is the equal.
Cross side, yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
When I use one like this, it's assigning a to b. But when I use a equal b, it's a uh, is equal. Okay, it's equal. Now let me run. This is comparison. So, like when the output came out, what do you understand? What
It's,
this code
it's
talks about?
giving us a Boolean value.
Okay, and what do you understand when it produces a Boolean value?
It's
What did
showing
you
that
understand?
the first array, like the number one, is not equals to 8,
Yes.
2 is
Good.
not equal to 9,
Good.
3 is
Good.
equals.
Good. Now this is how to check for comparison, and I want to I want to change this two to 9 and this one to 8 to see what will be our output, and run it again. Did you say true true? Why? Because they are the same. They are the same. Do you understand? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Okay. Do you understand it? When I
Yes.
changed the number, it gave us true true. Why? Because they are the same.
8 is equals to 8, 9 is equals to 9.
Yes. So we most times when we are working with comparison, we can also use in security authentication, okay, and like validation of password and all. Do you understand? This method of comparison can be used in validation of password or security purpose. Okay. Hello. 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 Mohammed. Hello. Are you in class? Hello. Hello.
Hello? Sir, give me like few minutes, please. Let me answer someone at the door. Someone is knocking at my door.
Okay. Hello, Mohammed. Are you back?
Sorry, I have some guys that are trying to deliver something at my door. I don't want them to just drop it and leave. Please, like 5 more minutes, sir. Yeah, back.
Okay, you're back.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So we are going to continue with our class now. So we are we when we are using comparison, comparison is used in security purpose for validation and authentication. Okay, for example, let's use Facebook as an example, as a case study. Okay, and you are a first timer and you register with a code, and when you come in again to register the same code, when you miss a digit or a symbol or a letter, it will give you an error message to say user password incorrect or like that, or wrong password. Okay, why is that? It uses comparison. This Facebook compare your password at the beginning or the first time when you register the Facebook account, and compare it still the same way your phone face lock recognize your face using your face you have registered. It's a facial recognition. The facial recognition recognize your first or your pictures of your first registration. Okay, and
Mhm.
I just want you to know what's the purpose of comparison. Okay,
Yep, got it.
now we are going to see. Okay, we are going to see if an array are equal. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to say MP array underscore equal. Then I'll pass in A comma B and I will run it. It will tell me false. Why? Because they are not equal. They are not equal. So this is how we use the array equal. Okay.
Yep,
So now I think we should call it a day. Hello,
yes, yes.
Mohammed.
I'm here.
So I want you to give me a recap of what you have learned so far.
Okay. For today we continued with forming of arrays.
Okay.
So we try to make example of auto generated arrays. So we created one like my 2D equals to array and form numbers. Then from there we'll learn how to get the maximum.
Okay.
Maximum, then we'll talk about axis. Like the zero axis is equals to the column and the y axis is equals to the row.
Yes.
Then we'll
Okay.
perform
Nice. Okay. We perform what?
the calculations like We did additions of arrays, subtraction of arrays, did the modulo multiplications, and from there went to the square roots, trigonometric, and sign, which we check for the positive and the negatives. Then we did example on each of them.
Good, good.
Then
I love it.
we came to the addition of two arrays.
Good.
We did example which was example A and example B. Then we added them. We made an example to add A to B, which we use the sign np dot add A plus B. We give you the answer. Then we did the same for subtraction, multiplication, and division. Then we did the dots. Then from there we did the comparison of two arrays, which the answer will give us a boolean, which is true or false. If one is equals to the the array of one, if the number one in A is equals to 8, for example, it will give you 2, but if not, it will give us false. Then from there, we made, like I took a note, like comparison is used in terms of security. It can compare your initial password, like for example, the Facebook, the first password that you use, every time you're coming to sign in, you have to use the same one or else you will get denied. Then, then that's it.
Okay, good. Nice one. Nice one. It seems that you have been following with what I've taught you so far. Okay, so we continue from this next on our next class on Saturday. We are going to meet again Saturday, right?
Yes,
So do have a great day and have a nice day ahead.
I it was. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.